What is up, guys? This is Chase Oliver here, bringing you my first video on CO Live videos. And I know this won't be a very interesting video to many people. I kind of want to just get this up here to show that, hey, I am going to be posting content on this channel, so subscribe. I'm going to be doing a various different amount of things on here, and I'll try to make them interesting. But, I wanted to get a video game review up here. Video games used to be a big part of my childhood. I kind of distanced myself away from them. But these will be more classic video game reviews, games of the past. So if you guys have a video game review request, post them down, comment, and next time I get to a video game, I'll review it. But anyways, the video game I actually want to go over is this game, Bully. Now, if you guys do not know what Bully is, it's a game that I immediately fell in love with back when I was a kid in 2007, I believe. I believe it came out in 2007. Bully is made by Rockstar, the people who make Grand Theft Auto, the Grand Theft Auto series, Vice City, San Andreas, number 3, Grand Theft Auto 4. It's made by Rockstar. You play as a teen named Jimmy Hopkins, who gets sent to this horrible academy known as Bulwark, where there's jocks, greasers, preps, and nerds, all being picked on. There's no social status. And the whole point of the game is you trying to take over the school and make the school yours, and make the school something where you can control it, make the school something where it is interesting to you. To me, Bully is a game that I really fell in love with, because not that I could relate to the character Jimmy Hopkins himself, but Jimmy Hopkins was a kid that was immediately someone you kind of fell in love with just because of how much of a badass he was. He was a character that wouldn't take no for an answer. He was a guy that really made it where it was enjoyable to play a game again, because he was just like me, a kid. I was never bullied as a kid. I always had my own. I was always that kid, like in the middle of the social status circle. People know who I was because my name Chase was very unique in the school. So like there was like only 1 or 2 Chases where I went. So really, it was a very unique status for me, and the fact that people knew like kind of my rep that here and there. So people kind of knew who I was, and they kind of like knew what I was all about. And this game just made me relate to Jimmy, because like Jimmy was this kid, kind of like in the middle of the social status, and I felt like that's me. I'm like in the middle of the social status. I know people from the jocks group, I know people from the nerd group, I know people from the all these people. I basically was like Jimmy Hopkins. I kind of felt like connected to it. Basically, the basis of the game. The basis of this game is, and this is the scholarship edition. The original edition came out in PS2, and then they made a re-release edition for the Wii. I believe it's just the PS2 game on the Wii console, and they made the scholarship edition for the Xbox 360 and PC. Now, the scholarship edition, it has extra classes that the original Bully did not have. It has like extra missions that the original Bully did not have. It was basically a new version, because Bully did very well for Rockstar. It was actually one of Rockstar's best games that they haven't made besides Grand Theft Auto. But then again, Rockstar always makes good games. The classes, they're like little mini games, like word shuffle, where you have to find words and put them together, like your English class, chemistry class, where you just have to play kind of like a Guitar Hero status, where you have to match buttons. That was like chemistry class. Art class was like more of like you have to make boxes, and it was just like a fun experience. The classes really did extras for it, and going to class made your character better in the game. Like if you did all the art classes and you kissed a girl in the game, you would get 100% health bonus, which meant that you were going to be likely more healthy and not die in the later parts of the game. And the gym class in this game also gave you new fighting techniques. And so really this was a fun game. This is a game that I could sit down and play hours on end and not get bored. The story is very good. You're Jimmy Hopkins. You meet this guy named Gary. Gary ends up betraying you, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil the game for you. I know many people have played this game already. It's fairly old, but this game was just really interesting, and it was more of like a kid's version than a toned down PG version of Grand Theft Auto. Normally Rockstar has the M for mature game on here. You can tell this is rated T for teen, which means it wasn't as gruesome. This was more for like kids who moms wouldn't want them to play Grand Theft Auto, but they saw this Bully game and they're like, oh, there's no guns, there's no violence, even though there is violence, but it's not as bad as Grand Theft Auto's violence, that's for sure. But Bully, the graphics, it has some glitch errors. That's the only problem. When it comes to graphics in the Bully, you will get some glitches. The game sometimes will freeze. It gets kind of frustrating. Sometimes you have to constantly save the game, which is something that I really do not like doing all the time. Saving the game is something that's really annoying. And to me, it gets to the point where I just get bored with the game. This game has replayability, don't get me wrong, but once you beat the game, this is more of a game that you'll set aside for a year. You know, it will be a year. You'll pick up your Xbox controller again, and you'll pick it up and you'll see it, and you'll be like, oh, I haven't played this in a while, and you'll hook it up to your Xbox, you'll start a new game, and you'll have fun reliving the story. But then you'll remember, oh, there's this one mission, I don't want to do that, and I remember getting stuck on this mission, I hated this mission, and then you finally get past it with Breeze because you know what to do, or you forgot, so you have to refresh your memory. You know, Bully is one of those games that was very, very fun. So, really, in honesty, Bully, it has its flaws. It's not a perfect game by Rockstar. Many Rockstar fans do like this game. They do give it a high grade, and for me, I'm gonna give Bully a solid B+. The reason why I'm giving it a B+, and if you guys do not know, I grade my games by letter scale, is because, you know, it's a fun game to play once, and you can always pick it up and play it again if you want to in your future. You know, you have that endless summer at the end where you can do missions that you didn't do, so you don't have to always do every single mission. You have a chance to redo some missions in this game, do classes over if you didn't finish all the classes, like auto shop and whatnot. You know, most people, once they finish certain classes, they don't really care about the other classes, because some classes, to be honest, are like the best ones for your character. It depends on how you want to play the game, but really, you know, if you guys are ever bored and you guys are looking for a video game to spare your time with, I suggest getting Bully. If you look at this price, the pre-owned price is $24.99. This is a good price for this game. This game was selling for $60 originally. Now it's at $24.99. It's been a couple of while since it's been out. But if you guys are looking for a game like this and you really, really want it, I suggest you get this game, because this is literally one of the better games out there for pre-owned right now. So pretty much it. That's my first video here. If you guys like this, subscribe below for more content from me. Comment down below your thoughts and give me suggestions for more video game reviews, or what else you would like to see on this channel. Give me a big old thumbs up. Thumbs down if you didn't like this video, you know. Give me opinions, give me advice. Make sure you check out Chase Oliver 68. Follow me on Twitter. Everything is Chase Oliver 68, as you guys should know. And this is Chase Oliver here, signing out for CO Live Videos.